What's up, guys? Exley's on the NFL. I'm Tony, Green Bay Packers fan. Stephen, Philadelphia Eagles fan. I don't know why the fuck that gets me every single time. Philadelphia Eagles fan and Philadelphia everything fan. You follow baseball, hockey, and stuff and things. I don't follow that too closely because it confuses the crap out of me. But while we are at the beginning of the video, we should probably address the fact of the jersey giveaway. We thought we were giving away just a Jalen Hurts jersey, but it can actually be any team as long as you pick the QB of that team. We're giving away a jersey. I'm pretty sure any size. So whatever size, whatever team, QB jersey. We'll run it for 2 more weeks. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will pick a name. Make sure you comment what team you want and stuff as well.
So make sure the comments on the YouTube video of this video.
Yeah, on the video of this video, on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video and all that stuff, like comment, share, subscribe. And we will pick in 2 weeks someone to win a free Quarterbacks NFL jersey. That's all I've got to say on that one. And don't forget to use our code XLEAS2025 for 25% off and free delivery at the American Sports Discount Store UK.co.uk or on Etsy. NFL Shop UK, same again, code XLEAS2025, 25% off and free delivery. I think I managed to get all of that in and we're not even 2 minutes yet. Check it out. So you should see it. If you watch the video, you need to let us know that you've seen this in the comments because, I don't know, we'd like to know who's watching the videos, where you're from, all that jazzy good stuff. Do you want to go on with your stuff, Steve? You got some good stuff I was looking through.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few bits of news this week. Actually, surprisingly, there's been probably as much this week as the last 2 weeks put together.
That's because it's 14 days till the draft. Not like down or anything.
I mean, we'll go over a couple quick ones. Drew Lock signed with the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that.
He's apparently going to be back up. But they've also got Sam Howell and Jaron Hall on.
Nice.
So I honestly, I foresee in camp a bit of a battle for backup QB.
Yeah.
I don't think Drew Lock's a guarantee. I think it's going to be a bit of a battle between him and Sam Howell. Maybe Jaron Hall. I don't really know too much about him.
No, I don't either, to be fair with
Darnold's definitely the starter.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco's gone back to the Browns, 1 year, $4 million.
Yeah, and on
Kenny
that,
Pickett, he also has said that he's going to fight to be starter. He's not going there to sit there like he did in Philadelphia, essentially.
That's exactly one of the things I was going to bring up. Kenny Pickett wanting to go to the Browns as QB1.
He doesn't want to go there and just sit behind Joe Flacco. He wants to be the starter. He's going to do all he can to be the starter, he said.
Mm-hmm. Who's better, do you think? I would say Kenny Pickett's a bit better than Joe Flacco.
I would say, KP, in as much as he's just spent a year learning from Jalen Hurts, who's a guy who will do whatever it takes to win. He's not a guy chasing numbers.
Yeah, exactly that.
He's had a chance to reset himself, after leaving the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think everything that happened with the Steelers was all KP's fault.
No, definitely
I don't think he's a bad QB. I don't think he's elite QB, but I think he could be like Joe Flacco and have a long career.
Yeah, a long career. He's still got a long time left in his abilities to develop as well.
I think
next year he's retiring. I
think the season with the Eagles was his 3rd NFL season.
Yeah, so he's got a long time left. A long time left.
So if the Browns set it up right, he could do well in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. The Browns need a decent QB as well.
I mean, anyone's got to be better than Deshaun Watson, who's probably going to be out. I've seen that he's probably going to be out with the second rupture to his Achilles.
See, I've seen a thing that he ruptured his Achilles, but doesn't actually have an Achilles because he ruptured it before.
He ruptured. That's what ended his season last year. He ruptured his Achilles.
Yeah.
While he was training, rehabbing, all that supposed good shit, he ruptured it again.
Can you? I suppose you can, but
But apparently, it was doing some stupid TikTok thing or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, but
he was all over TikTok for being. It was all over everywhere that he was supposed to be rehabbing a torn Achilles, and he was doing dances and stuff with his girlfriend or wife or whoever. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So
Fucking
that'll be
mental.
interesting to watch. Aiden Hutchinson is back sprinting after shattering his fibula. So I think he's going to be able to come back with most of the rest of the team. Whether he comes back at the start of training camp, I don't know, but that all depends on how his rehab's really going.
Yeah.
But I very much foresee him either coming back in training camp or the start of the season.
Oh, let's hope so. I mean,
His recovery's going bloody well if he's back sprinting in April.
Yeah, when did he do that?
It was like week 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's not a great deal of time to be healing
no, that's what
a tibula.
End of October, beginning of November, somewhere around there.
That's
so
crazy.
Tib fib smashed to pieces. Apparently, that sort of time almost is pretty nuts.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I got distracted by the NFL have announced the OTA dates for each team. Oh, it's getting exciting.
Yeah, so that's coming up. What is it? I think some of them have already started. What's the date today? 15th. So some will be. Let's have a look at it. Earliest starting 19th of May on the OTAs. Majority starting 27th or 28th of May.
Oh, that's next month.
I know, that's just over a month. It's what, a month and a week and a half?
That means that football is only a little time away, and we will get back to some good old-fashioned football.
September when the regular season starts, so we've got, what, 5-6 months?
Yeah, it's not that long, but when you say months, it is a long time.
I mean, it is, but we're already in April.
Yeah, so it's not too far.
The mandatory mini camps are starting around 10th to 12th of June. Apart from Ravens, Chiefs, Giants, Seahawks being the 17th to the 19th. Which is weird because none of those. I get the Chiefs. The Chiefs were in the Super Bowl. I don't get why Giants, Seahawks, and Ravens are having a late one. Bears is really early, which is the 3rd to the 5th.
They need all the practice they can get.
Yeah, I mean, this is just mandatory minicamp, though. You don't get any extra minicamp. It's just when you can turn up for minicamp. You know what I mean? It's when you have to be there for it. So it being early or late is almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
I get the Bears wanting theirs to be early so they can get everybody fired in as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the rest of them being so late.
Where else are we?
The Eagles have only got the 10th of June marked from minicamp on that list.
Oh, really?
Not got, like everyone else, got a couple of days. They've only got the 10th. From what I could see on the NFL, I was on the ESPN's website, and they only listed the 10th for Eagles, which is a bit strange.
To get 1 day for minicamp is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Tennessee College QB Nico Lamaliva held out for more money, was asking for $4 million and then go to meetings or training over the weekend. And the team came out and they said they informed the team that they are moving on from him. Mate, how can a college QBs, or any college player now, I seen a thing the other day, college football players don't seem to be, what can I do to improve myself? Oh, I get to stay here because they are going to help me improve, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's more, okay, what are you going to give me? How much are you going to pay me?
I'm so-and-so, you owe me this much. Like, I think college athletes are being paid far too much now anyway.
$4 million?
He was already getting $2 million.
That's frigging bonkers, isn't it?
He was already getting $2 million, held out because he wanted $4 million. And then they're just like, no, we're going to move on.
It's greed. It's because now the NIL is all about, then that's all they care about is more money. Everybody wants money. Money gets you along in life.
I think the NIL should only be maybe things like a bit of money, nowhere near what it is, but it should be capped.
Yeah.
And then you can get like a lot of them do get like sponsor deals with cars and clothes and all that kind of crap. But I don't think that money for college kids should be where it is. You shouldn't be in college asking for $4 million.
No. I would say, me personally, right? it shouldn't even reach millions.
No.
Because when they get to the NFL, they're expecting millions of millions.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Some of them want to go undrafted so that they can negotiate their own contracts. Because if you go undrafted, you can choose the team you want to talk to in that.
Yeah.
But of course, drafted players, it depends on what round you get picked as to what your contract gets and what have you. But if you go undrafted, you can negotiate it and what have you.
Millions is mental money for what, the early 20s?
Yeah.
Early 20s.
I mean, I think the usual is 20 to 22 by the time you're finishing college and looking for the draft.
Can you imagine? This is why they're all rocking around with encrusted grills and chains and stuff.
This is why you're getting Lambos and shit, street racing them and crashing them.
Yeah. If I was in my early 20s and I had millions of doll hairs, I would be balling. I'd have everything you just want for nothing at that age is ridiculous. I'd be leathered every weekend. They shouldn't be getting
that money.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, it's not our shit. Fuck them. So I did see this. As you sent it to me, I seen it on Facebook, I believe. Travis Hunter said he'd retire if he can't play both ways.
Which is just ridiculous, really.
I get he can play both ways, but would you want to throw away everything you've done and could possibly do just because they won't let you play both ways?
That's having a temper tantrum. That's what that is.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he can do it and he can do it well. At the college level, he believes he can do it at the NFL level.
The NFL level, though, is different.
Yeah, I would say so. And I don't know. It just seems fucking crazy to want to throw away a career that could...
I personally kind of think what should happen with Travis Hunter is they should put him in to preseason game, have him play both ways and see how that goes.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Then make a judgment call. But I also don't think he should be then, if they turn around then and say, look, you're completely gassed by half time, you're dead. You can't play both ways in the NFL.
Yeah.
Then he can't then turn around and say, oh, well, I'm not going to play them.
Yeah, it just seems ridiculous.
If he can play till half time, not be absolutely gassed and dead, then give him a chance to. Yeah. But I think with the NFL, it's going to be more of a, like a lot of people said, a certain package type deal for depending on what side of the ball he's going to be on. I don't think it's going to be, I'm out every down. He's going to die with that.
Yeah, of course. It's never going to be sustainable for anybody at any level of fitness. You couldn't take that much.
Why there isn't loads of people doing what he's doing.
Yeah, because I imagine there is other people that could probably do it, but see the downsides to that. It's going to take you a lot longer to recover.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Than if you just play wide receiver, you just play cornerback. But
I get using him mainly as a wide receiver and then cornerback on certain things, or vice versa.
Yeah, that does make more sense. But did you see that Colorado is actually retiring his and Shedeur Sanders' numbers?
So I've literally seen it before we jumped on, which I think
no one else can wear their number.
I think that's ridiculous. I get it with Travis. I don't think Shedeur put up as good of numbers. I think if his dad wasn't Dion, I don't think there'd be as much hype about him.
I did see a video about it, and apparently he did break some records for passing yards and rushing yards and stuff like that for a QB in Colorado. So that does kind of make it a bit more sense to me, rather than your Shedeur's son. No one else is going to wear your jersey. I don't know though.
I'm not saying look into it. What I'm saying is, what other college kid in the last few years have you heard of who's been as good as Shedeur Sanders coming out of college and they instantly retire his number?
Yeah, I do get that.
I mean, I get with Travis Hunter a bit more because he's essentially a freak of nature. You know, he played both sides of the ball all the way through college.
Yeah.
How many others have gone through and then claimed they're going to do it in the NFL? You know what I mean? He's a really unique player.
Yeah, he is.
Most people who get their jersey number retired in college. I mean, Derrick Henry had his done this past year.
Oh, really?
I think it was Derrick Henry who had his done in his college number retired.
Okay, I didn't.
usually it's happened in the NFL when you've been a really good
Mhm.
player for a certain amount of time, or so you
Yeah.
don't usually go straight from college. You've not even been drafted, and they're
Mhm.
retiring the number.
Yeah.
It's very unheard of.
You've got something on Shador Sanders if you want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, his draft stock's been tanking. Apparently, they're apparently predicting he's not going first or second now. He might drop down to about 10th. Some people suggested his slow release time is some of the reason he's dropped.
Right.
Others have said that it's because he's got flashy watches and larger than life personality and stuff. So it's like not his playing skills; it's his personality.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what's happened. What I think might be happening is certain teams lower down on the draft list have said that his draft stock isn't what it should be, so that they can get him without having to trade up or something.
Yeah, maybe bump his stock down, make it
Yeah.
easier for them to go. That would make sense, but it is
Because
again
I
speculation.
haven't heard a lot of bad stuff about Shador Sanders.
No, I haven't.
I've heard it is slow release time, but I mean, how many QBs in the NFL have still got picked top 3 or whatever with a supposed slow release time? That's something you can work on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, teams aren't going to just drop his stock because of that necessarily, because, as I say, you can work on something like that. So you can still draft him, get him to work on that, and then get that back up. But I think it's more other teams doing it so they can try and draft him further down the list without
being sneaky.
giving up capital.
Yeah, being sneaky. That
because
makes
it's
sense.
only just happened in the last few days that's come
right. Yeah, it's getting closer to the draft, so they're going to be trying all the sneaky tricks, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Packers have just re-signed tight end John Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick. He arrived in October, played 10 games. I can honestly say I am shit and don't remember seeing him play.
I don't even know the name, if I'm honest.
He was drafted in 2024, so he had 2 receptions, 14 receiving yards. He was drafted in 2023 by the Falcons. He played 9 games. Pardon?
Bounce around a bit by the sounds of it.
Well, he played for the Falcons. He had 9 games played, 1 reception, 12 yards. And then he's played for Green Bay since 2024. 9 games, 1 reception, 2 yards. And he's got a career of 18 games, 2 receptions, 14 yards. I mean,
he's more of a blocking tight end.
Yeah. He played for Georgia before that. So there's not too much about him, and I don't personally remember seeing him play.
I mean, if he's been re-signed, that would suggest that the Packers see enough in him as a blocker to want him to stay.
Yeah, he was drafted 2022, 6th round, 213th pick. That's probably why we've not heard too much about him. And then I also... Jalen Ramsey is
he's
parting ways with the Dolphins.
Yeah, but what I did note about it is it's a mutual decision.
Yeah.
Neither of them have got anything bad about the other.
No.
But let's just say it is what it is and move on. Look for trade. See what's out there.
Yeah, and they still... I can't remember what his contract was, but whoever takes him on...
25 mil, if I remember rightly, and they've paid out 4 already.
Yeah, so whoever takes him on's got that big chunk to...
21.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they're trying to move him before the draft, clear some cap space for new guys coming in, and hopefully get the picks in time for the draft.
Yeah, because he's 3-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl, 2 first-team All-Pro.
He's a good cornerback. By all means, whenever you see sort of Dolphins games or whatever, he's 9 times out of 10 he's mentioned in the game because he's taken the ball from somebody or knocked a pass or something.
Yeah, he's got 534 total tackles, 3 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 108 pass deflections, 24 interceptions, and 1 defensive touchdown. That is a unit.
Yeah.
That
He's
is
not a
one
small
hell of a
cornerback.
player. No, what's his? I just seen his weight. So he's 6'1", 208 pounds. So
That's about my height, but he's massive.
Yeah,
he's a massive muscle unit.
Yeah, he's probably 10 kilos heavier than me. So he's a very muscular kind of fuck up kind of quarterback. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you compare him to most of the skinny cornerbacks out there, he's going to look huge.
Yeah, 100%. Did you hear the Steelers are still looking at Kirky boy?
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Rodgers still hasn't given them a yay or a nay, so
he needs to just put up or shut up. I get wanting to take your time, but it's literally nearly 2 weeks out from the draft. So they want to know so they can either, take Kirk Cousins as a placeholder or draft a QB as the future, or, they need their option.
They need that option, don't they?
Either they have them or they don't. I think the problem now, even if he said yes, I don't think he's fully going to be there.
No, I don't. If I'm honest with you,
I think he's going to be contemplating his future as to what he wants to do, and I don't think his mind's fully going to be in it.
No, that's the way it goes, I suppose, when you get to his age. He's got to be thinking about retirement, though.
Surely at this point. I wonder if that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Should I stay, should I go type thing.
Yeah, I wonder if he's contemplating retiring.
On retirement, Cowboys left tackle Tyrone Smith is set to retire after 14 seasons.
Now, I did see something about that. He was named to the 2010 NFL 2010s All-Decade All-Pro team thing.
Yeah.
Right. With him retiring, and there was 2 others this year, all of the offensive line from that team selection have now retired.
Have they?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's mental, isn't it?
And 2 of the guys that retired this year were both Cowboys.
Crazy.
So that's what, 13 players roughly retired?
About that. Yeah, about that.
All decades team.
That's absolutely fucking bonkers.
Which is nearly 15 years ago. So only the last 3 retired this year.
Fucking hell. That is, for me, rounded up another podcast, because everything you had, I roughly had roundabout there as well. So unless you've got anything else, I'm fucking done, son. Romeo.
No,
done.
I mean, I'm done. The only thing I will say is, obviously, with the draft coming up, it's interesting to note that still no official trades have been mentioned with anybody moving spaces.
Moving spaces. My brain's just gone.
Everybody still has their original draft spot. Nobody's traded.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's moved anywhere. Everyone still has their original draft spots at the moment.
Yes, it's weird. It's 14 days. You would have thought people would be trying to get up and down. Maybe they're just hanging on to the last minute to do panic swaps.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, let's see. So who have we got in the top 10? Who's got the top 10? Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots, and Jags are all the top 5 in that order. And to be fair, they're all that's 5 of the guys who are most desperate to get up that draft list.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you got? Raiders, Jets, Panthers, Saints, Bears, Niners. Yeah, I mean the top 10 is the people who are most in need of good players.
Yeah, definitely.
I did see a thing that a few teams have like 11 draft picks this year.
Fucking
I don't know. Some of them might use them draft capital to bump up a few spots. Because I think Browns was one that had 11. I think Ravens had 11. And I can't see the Ravens being that desperate to need anybody to take
Ravens
11.
are quite well stacked.
Yeah.
They're not a very bad team. They just have bad seasons, I believe.
Well, I don't know. Lamar doesn't do so well in the playoffs, nor does Josh Allen, really.
I'm not.
He does well, but I mean, he seems to get beat by Kansas all the time.
Yeah, that is
I seen a stat the other day. He's 4-0 in the playoffs against Kansas.
Kansas are a different dog, though. I think they seem to be able to finish a game. Every game they play, or 90% of the games they play well in the end. But in the playoffs, they're finishers. They
9 times out of 10, yeah.
they play in the playoffs different to the way they play in the regular
I
season?
think this past playoff season wasn't their best in particular. I think they've beaten themselves too much.
Mm-hmm.
With this being going for their three-peat, I think it was too much. They would have worn themselves out as a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fried them.
Yeah.
Too many in, too many out at one time, I think.
They were so focused on going for that three-peat that it just became a revolving door of players, especially on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nobody
I
could
agree.
really gel. So I think it'll be interesting to see who goes where in the draft.
Yeah, and that's 14 days in case I hadn't said it already.
That Cam Ward is apparently now predicted to be the first QB gone.
Did I not say Cam Ward was going high?
Yeah, I knew Cam Ward would go high. I still kind of wouldn't be surprised if somebody picked Shador first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is a good call.
I think it's either going to be Cam Ward or Shador Sanders go first.
I'd like it to not be a QB as the first pick.
I'm not saying first pick. I'm saying as the first QB to go. It's either going to be Cam Ward or Shador Sanders.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, mate, we should put a little bet on that at some point. So next week will probably be draft talk.
Mostly, yeah. I don't think there's going to be too much happening around the league this next week.
No.
Most teams and GMs are going to be focusing on getting ready for the draft.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully next week I'll have my Tucker Craft jersey and I'll be rocking the good colours. Anyway, that's all from me. Is that all from you?
Yeah.
Cool. So don't forget to be in with a chance of winning a QB jersey from any team in any size. Just subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment your preferred QB and team, and we will pick a winner in 2 more weeks. And we'll get it sent out to you. Don't forget to grab your NFL jerseys from either the Sports America discount store.co.uk using code XLEES2025 for 25% off and free delivery, or on Etsy, the NFL store or the NFL shop, I can never remember which. We'll link it below using code XLEES2025, 25% off and free delivery. This is all to the UK, the free delivery. International shipping, I believe, would be at a price. But we will see you next week. Peace.